Okay, hello. I'm gonna show you how I separate line work very casually. Okay, you can do this a million ways. You really can. There's not one way to do it. You can look it up on the internet, and people on YouTube will show you all kinds of ways to do it. But I'm gonna show you how I do it. So here's a drawing. It's a really old drawing. It's from a really old comic about my ex and me. And it's kind of sweet to look at because it's when we fell in love and now we're not in love. But they'll always have a special place in my heart. This is just literally scanned line work. Let's see how big I made it. Let's see if I did it right. Yes, look how big. Haha. See, okay, so and look how you can just get so close and it's still crispy as fuck because of that high resolution. High resolution makes the file bigger, so that's why I don't usually go above 600. Okay, for DPI. So the first thing that I do is I make the blacks and whites really, really strong. Um, Double clicked on the original drawing to unlock it. I made a copy. This is a little bit Photoshop specific, but it's not wildly different in other apps. Turn that off. That's the original. I might even name it original. And I don't know if this is working. And so adjustments, remember, there's a guide in here with adjustment layer slides. So I'm going to go down to, I'm just going to do levels. I think let's try that. I'm just gonna make it like super duper black and white, basically, like as much as I can. It's okay if like, so there's the paper grain you can probably see. Just know that like if you do, like the paper grain's gonna get picked up as parts of the lines in this process. So they'll get color on them, if you know what I mean. I'll show you. They'll be like it could pose a problem. You may or may not want to be able to see the paper grain for different reasons. Oh my gosh, I am not in CMYK. I'm not in CMYK. Whatever. I'm gonna just do RGB for right now. Talking about this. You probably know what I mean, right? If you're printing, you want to do CMYK probably. Otherwise the color gets funky. But that's okay, we're just doing the lines right now. I'm just gonna try to get as sharp as I can for the purpose of this. That's okay enough for me. Maybe I'll do a. The curves are more sensitive, but so I don't usually do them right away for something like this because I'm just trying to get a strong black and white. This is just my method, okay? Like you can literally do this. Like there's not really a wrong way to do this. There's like a bunch of ways. Okay, so I'm gonna make this one layer. I selected them all. You could go merge layers here. Or yeah, like merge is the most common. I think in Procreate it's called merge as well. Doing like a hotkey for it. Okay. Uh, you go to channels and you hit this button. Load channels as selection. It just like grabs everything. All the channels are like all the colors, like all the different colors in it. Um, you go to select inverse because right now what's selected is not the black, weirdly. And then I make a new layer and then I just fill that layer with black. So you could go to like edit fill. Um, yeah, fine. Oops. All right. I always use like a shortcut key for this, so I can never remember like how to do it with the buttons. If you can't find something in like Photoshop, for instance, you can just type in like into the help like what you can't figure. That's what I just did. Oh, okay. It's asking me what it wants me to. So foreground color is this. Background color is the white. So I'm gonna pick foreground color. Great. Okay, that's the problem. Sorry, guys. I deselected it. I pressed Command D, but you could also go to like, I think, edit, select, or deselect. Yeah, deselect. It's probably in here somewhere. But remember, if you can't, I have like, I use like the keys, and I've been doing that for so long that I forget where they are kind of in the menus. But if you can't find something, you can type it into there and you'll be able to find it. So watch, see? Okay, wait, what did I do? So I took the original, I made it really, really black and white. Oops, that's this one. And then I hit channels, circle button thingy, select inverse, and it selected all the black. And then I just, oops, and then I just filled the black in a new layer. This little dominoes looking thing is lock transparent pixels. It just makes it so like, here, let me make it a different color. Let's make it that so you can see it. It makes it so I have the brush on, or like whatever you're using to paint or draw. Oopsie. Oh, I didn't have it on for that moment. Oh my gosh. Okay, there, now it's on. See? Here, I'll make a you can, there you go. Neat, right? Oopsie. That's how you can color line work. That's why when I was talking about like the canvas, being able to see like the paper grain, like the paper grain is part, like here, look, you see how the paper grain is red? See? It's because it like picked it up. So that's kind of, that's what I meant by like, if you, sometimes you might want to be able to see the paper a little and sometimes not, because if it picked up all of the paper, then the whole, when I lock the transparent pixel, I'll just be able to color everything. And then I'm not really using this coloring line art thing very well in the way that I would want to, right? Okay, so like that's like how you'd color a line work. And then like, so let's say I go to the layer layer underneath it, and maybe I want background color or something. Okay. So maybe I like change the color. Just kind of like make a lighter one, I think. Oops, that's like so dark. I don't like that. Maybe a new brush. Oops. Maybe it's just not the color I want. Ew, I don't like that color. Maybe it's just like not saturated enough for me. Oh, here, this is what I was trying to do. Yay, okay. I'm gonna change the opacity of that layer because I want it to be a little lighter. You can change the opacity of your brush too, but I decided I wanted it on the layer. So this is how you might like color underneath something. Because if you have the line work separated. So, you know, if you want to like, when we do risograph in a couple weeks to a week, you'll have every color you want to print on a separate layer just like this. And then that's how like the printer will release it. Let's see. Trying to make my, now I'm just playing around. I just put my eraser on and made the opacity of the eraser lighter so I could kind of do this. But that's like how you might, like this is like not that crazy, right? Like I just like separated my line work, make the eraser even lighter. And then I just put another layer underneath it that was color. And now I'm just playing around. But like that's like how I color things digitally. That's how a lot of people color things digitally. And then if you locked the color layer, because like let's say you wanted to change this from like pink to something else, you lock the color layer and then you fill it. That's what a color hold is. So like if you made another layer, make it a different color. It doesn't really matter what color. now and I lock it. Fill it. That's what a color hold is, basically. It's like just having different locked layers that are different colors just to make your coloring easier. And that's that. Now let's say you have something like this. This is some, I think I made this like in a workshop. Let's say you have something that's kind of already got some color and you actually, no, I don't want to show you this right now. We're going to stop now. Stop recording.